Hey everybody, this is a brief video to explain the emission systems on a 790 and why we don't offer any emissions delete systems, mainly because they're not really necessary on this bike. So first reason is there is no SAS system. That is where they pull fresh air from the airbox and inject it into the exhaust system to light off the catalytic converter a little bit quicker. For some reason they were able to homologate this bike for the United States. And possibly for Europe, most likely for Europe. We do see some castings on the head. It's a little bit hard to see, but you can see some castings right in here that would accommodate an SAS system if needed, but they did not need it for this bike for the United States. So there is no SAS system, and again, that's where they inject air into the exhaust. The second part of the equation is the canister system, and this bike does have one. That being said, there is no canister dongle that will allow you to remove this valve right here. Now, all the other bikes we have canister dongles for most models, but this particular one that has a Bosch ECU, you cannot fool this system. So we don't make a canister delete system because it's really not necessary. You could do it yourself for free. We do see that there's a couple companies, at least one that we saw actually, that does sell a canister delete kit for this bike. It does not work. We bought it, we put it in, it's snake oil, they don't work. I'm not even sure how they are handling all the returns for those things, or if anyone even knows about them, but they just don't work. We already bought it, we tested it, and it's no good. So you just have to leave this on the bike. There just is no anything that will fool that computer. It's pretty smart. So the question is, how do I remove the system if I want to get rid of all the canister stuff that normally lives down here? Well, it's pretty simple. You'll basically see up here at the petcock, when it's there, you'll see a couple lines coming out. One of them goes to atmosphere. That's for spilled water in the top that goes around the dish when you open it up, if any moisture gets in there. The second one goes through the cap, and it basically travels down to the canister here, and then back from the canister up to this valve right here, and then from this valve it splits into two and then goes into the throttle body. So basically it just gets sucked in upon startup. So really all you have to do is right in here, you just have to plug these off. We just did it with a couple thumb screws or bolts and some tubing. We just plugged those off on both sides, removed the entire canister, removed all the hoses, left this on the frame so it doesn't cause an engine light, which it will, dongle or not, you'll get an engine light, so there's no point in buying anything. And then all you really need to do is the two hoses that came out of the top of the fuel tank just go to atmosphere. You can join them together if you want, if you have a Y connector, or you can just run them both down, make sure neither one of them are going to dump water or fuel on the exhaust. And that's really all you have to do. So again, we just want to explain to you guys exactly why we don't have a system for that. If you click the link, then you're watching this video, and this should be a pretty good explanation as to why. If you have any more questions, just go ahead and give us a call. But again, there is no SAS, and the canister you can do on your own, and you don't need a dongle because they don't work.